Kentucky, everyone, of course. Back in the kitchen with Alison Davis over here at Wild Thyme. How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
We've done some good recipes this week.
Well, thank you.
It's my influence, I think.
Yeah, it must be.
All right, what are we making today, my friend?
All right, this is kind of a quintessential summer dish because it basically just takes all the fresh vegetables out of the garden and puts it into one little saute, and it's called succotash.
Succotash?
Have you had succotash?
No, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, it's really
Once
simple.
you make this, I'll be able to say yes or no.
Okay. Well, I'm starting with bacon because I think that bacon makes everything better.
Got you.
Yeah, so we have bacon in the pan, and we've just browned it off. We're keeping some of the drippings, and then we're just going to start building. So we can turn that back on. And I always start with my onions first, and in this case, I'm using some shallots, just to kind of start to soften those up. Yep, you're just going to keep sautéing, and we're going to keep adding and building
Shallots.
Shallots,
I like red onions.
They're kind of like a red onion, but they're a little bit milder.
Yep.
So I just took the peel off, cut both ends, and just did some nice thin slices.
Will these get caramelized?
They might just a little bit, but we're just going to keep building.
Okay.
So in this, we're going to add some zucchini squash, some corn, some tomatoes. I'm going to cut up actually a little bit more green onion because I like green onion in mine.
Yeah.
And I think what really makes succotash a true succotash is having corn with lima beans. So a lot of times you'll have lima beans, or you may have some okra. Okay, and okra is definitely like seasonal, and this is kind of the time of year where we start to get.
I'm not a fan of okra.
I actually am
Okra
not
or
either.
okra?
Okra.
Okra.
I'm not a fan either because what happens when you cook it, it starts to get kind of slimy, and so I tend to leave the okra out of mine.
Yeah.
And just go with the lima beans.
When I
but
first
that's
moved,
a personal preference.
When I first moved to America, a buddy of mine made it, and I thought it was the most delicious thing I'd ever tasted. So I went and bought them. They've been slimy ever since. I do not know how to make them, and I no longer want...
Yeah, the only way I kind of like them is fried. Like we did the banana peppers. You can fry the okra kind of like that, and that's really the only...
I thought he put them in the I thought he put them in the microwave.
Huh?
I thought he put them in the microwave. I could be wrong. Maybe he fried them up.
All right, so we're going to start...
And I can't ask him because he's now back in Australia.
So you okay?
Well, you do me in the pan.
I know, he keeps touching it.
I know.
We'll teach him one of these days.
It just gets so darn hot.
So
That's why I don't cook.
So we're adding the corn. I kind of saved the zucchini squash towards the end because it softens up really quickly.
Yeah.
Some cherry tomatoes are going into this.
Right.
Again, this is really just like whatever you have around. If you've got some fresh garden vegetables, just keep building it, right?
So this is a bit like bubble and squeak.
I don't know. You've said that before.
Well, bubble and squeak is everything from the night before dinner. You put in the pan in the morning and you fry it all up.
Kind of like what we would call a hash.
Yes, but yours is a lot fattier. You put a lot more grease.
Well, you got to have the bacon.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, we wouldn't put bacon. So it'd be things like fried rice, mashed potato, mashed pumpkin.
Oh, and it all goes together.
It all goes together and you fry it all up. Oh, it's heaven on a stick.
I think that would be like a bangers and mash kind of thing, right? Like English, you know, with
Not
the
quite.
sausage and the mashed potatoes and all that.
No.
Well, I tried. All right.
No. Hey, do we have to put those things in?
What?
The other things?
No, we're not putting the okra in.
Good.
That's just a personal preference. Again, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But I do like to season this up a little bit. I'm going to add some heat with a jalapeno pepper.
Oh, I like that.
We have some fresh basil in there. Salt and pepper, of course, no matter what.
I'm not
And
very...
then we're going to add a touch of vinegar to this. And
Oh,
I
are
like
you?
apple cider vinegar. Yeah, it just gives it a nice little pop. Nice little citrus action.
What'd you just put in there then?
Salt and pepper.
Pepper, okay.
Yeah.
I saw you put the salt in.
And I'm going in with just a touch of apple cider vinegar.
I tell you what, it does look very good.
Yeah, it's really colorful. It's a great side dish. And again, you can...
Oh, it's a side dish.
Well, it could be
not
a
a
meal
meal.
in itself. Yeah, it could be a meal in itself. But a lot of times you see this as a side. I've even seen this at some southern restaurants. They'll have succotash as their side. And
Now I
just
know
come
what
out.
that is. I would have this over steak or something.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
That vinegar's going to make me sneeze.
So, yeah, different combination of vegetables, yellow squash, onions, cherry tomatoes. limas, again,
Yep.
whether or
All right.
not you like okra, go for
Okay,
it.
before I start sneezing, head over to wtvq.com/midday Kentucky. Get all the recipes there. Alison Davis back in the kitchen, my friend. Right after this short break,